everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We said you last week. CM Punk defended the World Championship against Finn Balor. But you won't believe this. When Finn Balor attacked CM Punk out of nowhere when CM Punk was in the middle of a world title match. Okay, against who? We thought CM Punk and Finn Balor had mutual respect. What's going on? We'll talk about it coming up. Also, too, we'll talk about this. We can get it. AJ Styles will appear prior to his career-threatening match against Gunther at the Royal Rumble. Will this be AJ's final Raw? We'll see. Coming up. Speaking of Raw, General Manager Adam Pearce to discuss his suspension to Braun Breaker. Will Braun Breaker get out his suspension? We'll see coming up. Well as Gunther to be granted a special injury towards Royal Rumble. What will Gunther say? The Gunther's been a career killer, been killing the people like Goldberg, John Cena, and then putting them in their retirement where AJ Styles be on the next on the hit list. We'll talk about it. Well as this, Natalya will address a shocking betrayal over Maxine Dupree. We'll get to that. Hold on. Sorry, folks. We're back. But Natalya, with her shocking betrayal, Maxine Dupree, we'll talk about it coming up. As well as this on Wrestling Hot Topics. Because the WWE 2K game was just that. It keeps on adding more with the Triple H edition. Triple H is going to be bringing. We get the Pro Wrestling Show started right here, right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe, Ms. Karen. Tell a friend. Call a friend. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show for the Raw Ring Report. All right, let's get started here on the Raw Ring Report right here, right now. Let's talk about this right here. The phenomenal one, AJ Styles kicks off Raw. AJ Styles kicks off Raw. AJ Styles, well, this very well might be his last Monday Night Raw, but if it is, what a way to go out with a bang. AJ Styles, I grew up watching AJ Styles in TNA. I know him, John Cena, and Randy Orton. Them the core three, Booker T. Just Randy Orton, John Cena, and AJ Styles. You kind of knew back then that they was gonna be something. AJ Styles brought something different. I never thought he would go to WWE, but he did, and he proved me wrong. Almost a decade ago, man. AJ Styles been wrestling for almost 10 years. I can't believe it. AJ Styles coming out there to get his flowers, which he's so often deserved. AJ Styles got called out by the world champion, CM Punk. CM Punk called out AJ Styles saying, if this is your very last match, a match on last time on Raw, let's do something different. Let's put my title on the line and let's go. Adam Pearce did not waste no time whatsoever. Pearce made the match. Styles versus Punk, first time ever in WWE, in a WWE ring, for the world belt. What a way for Raw to be that way. Can't believe it that AJ Styles giving his all. He wrestled more in was it TNA for what? 2000 for almost almost a decade, but he was in WWE more than he was in TNA. Damn, he was in TNA for about what 8 years, and then now WWE going on 10 years now. Man, but it was official. Adam Pierce made the match and made it official. And it became official thanks to Adam Pierce. Pierce giving the fans what they want, the World Championship match. We'll see that a little bit later on in the show. Man, AJ Styles, CM Punk, the world title on the line. Can AJ Styles win his first win a world championship before he retired? John Cena did before he left, but AJ Styles could do the same. I'm believing in AJ. Well, speaking of that, we know the women's world champion Stephanie Vicure teamed up with the women's tag team champions Rico, better known as Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. And they defeated the Judgment Day women of Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, and Raquel Rodriguez. These three women, except Stephanie. Stephanie won't be in the women's Royal Rumble. She'll be waiting to see who's going to be awaiting to challenge her for her championship. Could it be one of the women's tag team champions to do so? It could be, but Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, and Raquel Rodriguez have all declared themselves in the women's Royal Rumble. So we could see that being a possibility, and that possibility could come true. But a good 6-woman tag team match to kick off the show, and what a show it was, what a match it was. High flying, like always, high flying offense from Rhea hitting the riptide on Roxanne Perez to get the victory. Well, we go on to this. We said that last week, general manager Adam Pierce had something to say. Adam Pierce was kind of reluctant at last week. A couple weeks ago, he put his hands on the vision, and Adam Pierce him that he wants to make a truce, and Pierce wanted to do so by calling out Braun Breaker. And Pierce did call out Braun Breaker and told Braun Breaker that he is entering the Royal Rumble match along with his teammates, the Vision. So the Vision will all be entering the Royal Rumble match. Austin Theory, Logan Paul, and Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker, all of them will be in the Royal Rumble match. So kudos to all of them. But at the same time, they wanted to know who was going to be beneficial too. And the Vision decided that they was going to put all their efforts in their our dreams for Braun Breaker, which I don't get, but I get it as a unit. But you think Austin Theory got championship aspirations? Logan Paul has championship aspirations. Braun Breaker, I know he got championship aspirations. He went for the championship a couple of weeks ago and didn't win it. Bronson Reed. So you see a lot of folks declaring themselves in the Royal Rumble match. Speaking of another person declaring themselves in the Royal Rumble match, the big guy, Oba Femi, former NXT champion, declaring that he will be entering the Royal Rumble in rehab in Saudi Arabia. So Oba Femi will be a part of the Royal Rumble match as well. Also, too, Javon Evans also declared that he will be entering the Royal Rumble match as well. Javon Evans saying that he's going to enter the Royal Rumble. Javon also came up to AJ and saying they want another match. He won a match before AJ retires, and he believes AJ is going to win over Gunther. But AJ might have to think twice about that because Gunther had a special interview. Gunther had a special interview with Michael Cole. Gunther ran down why he wants to retire AJ Styles and feel like AJ Styles is on that hit list. Gunther feels like he's on a roll. Retiring Gunther Tyron Goldberg this past summer. Then John Cena at Saturday Night Main Event. I'm saying he's gonna do the same thing to AJ. Gunther knows. I don't know why Gunther would want to do so like that. I think Gunther wants to show the world that he ain't playing. I think Gunther really is with that. But Gunther have his opportunity this Sunday when he takes on AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble. But AJ's career is on the line. Match that's gonna be. Also, too, Natalia came out there and explained her actions, why she did what she did last week, costing Maxine Dupree. Natalia did right here. Maxine Dupree had was trying to win over Becky Lynch, but she kind of screwed Natalia screwed Becky Lynch. Natalia getting the victory over helping Becky Lynch regain the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Natalia said that she did that to prove a point to Maxine Dupree. You should have saw this coming from a long way. Natalia can't be trusted. She's just like her uncle. Well, I don't know which one. She could be either Brett or Owen or Bulldog, because they all turn on people. Her family knows how to turn on against people, so we see how that went down. We'll see that the future match going down eventually, sooner rather than later. We can tell you that right now. Well, we get to this right here. American Alpha. We want to go to American Alpha. American Alpha. Now the number one contenders for the tag team championship, American Alpha, will be challenging Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, for the tag team championship down on future Raw or probably on future pay per view. You never know, but the Usos looking for some tag team competition. They probably got it. Jay looking around and stuff like that. But the Usos will defend the world tag team titles against American Alpha down the road on future Raw. I'll tell you that right now. Well, we go this right here. CM Punk and Finn Balor. Finn Balor making it real clear. Balor saying that he's happy for Punk, but he feels like Punk feel like no chances or nothing like that. Well, Finn Balor tried to go to Adam Pierce. We just show Finn Balor with Adam Pierce. Finn Balor went to Punk, give something Punk. He respects Punk. He went to Adam Pierce to see if he could declare himself in the Royal Rumble match. Adam Pierce told him, I don't have enough people I don't have enough spots open that you can't declare. And so you're gonna miss out on this year's Royal Rumble. And Finn was kind of a little bit upset and disappointed until what's her name showed up. Liv Morgan told him, "Hey, you need to step up, shape up, or step out." I think you're gonna figure out what I mean, ship up or step out eventually. But she trying to give him Finn a pep talk that hey, you need to step up and do something. Well, speaking of that, Stephanie McMahon, the world champion, said she won a match against Raquel Rodriguez. I thought they were gonna fight in the Royal Rumble. Well, Adam Pearce made sure it's gonna be a Philadelphia street fight. Stephanie will get her match against Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel Rodriguez. I think this should have been a Royal Rumble match because it don't make no sense if Raquel's gonna end the Royal Rumble, and then what if she wins it and she can challenge who for the title when she's gonna get a title match the next day. It just didn't make no sense right there. But to each his own. To each his own. But she'll get her match next week on Raw, so we'll see that. Well, we told you CM Punk issued the challenge to take on Um, to take on AJ Styles for the tag team championship. I mean, a for the world championship. I meant to say the world championship. And, could AJ Styles lead Raw tonight as world champion and head on to his match against Gunther? Maybe it could be for the world title. Who knows? But um, we said the match was good, close. AJ hit some offensive maneuvers, even tried to hit the Styles Clash to try to get the victory over CM Punk. Punk didn't see it coming, but Punk hit the GTS. Punk was this close. CM Punk trying to defend the world championship until he got brutally attacked. I mean brutally attacked. CM Punk got attacked by Finn Balor, making a no disqualification, no count out, and did so. I think this match ended well, no count out. That's one thing. Hey, I knew something would go down because they don't like clean finishes. They want always a dusty finish, and they did so tonight with a dusty finish. Doing that, and Finn Balor tried to hit the coup to hit that move on the barricade one time, couldn't hit it. Then try to hit it twice, couldn't hit it once again. There's unfinished business from Finn doing this to Punk after we thought that Finn and Punk had respect for each other last week. CM Punk turns around and does Finn Balor turns around and does that to CM Punk. Real crazy, but we get it. It ended with no contest, so it's gonna be a future match between Balor and Punk down the road, probably Elimination Chamber in Chicago. That's what it probably lean towards too. So you see how this is gonna go. All right, that ends the Raw Ring Report. Let's move over to Wrestling Hot Topics. Wrestling Hot Topics. We're gonna talk about this right quick. Triple H. We told you so many game covers of 2K26. We thought it was gonna be just the add to era. And then turn around and say it's gonna be the Monday Night War era. And then now they turn around and it's a Triple H edition. There's so many editions. I guess well, we don't know how many editions it's gonna be. We hope it's just those three, but you never know with WWE. But a lot of people are criticizing Triple H for being on the cover and stuff. I mean, he done enough, done a lot. Maybe he really wanted to get himself on the cover, just to, say where he said the show never stops. The show didn't stop, but Triple H is gonna be the cover boy. Feature superstar this Saturday, and you can tell right here. Um, we can get a look at the state. They lived the beginning of this month. It wasn't like that, and then they just built it from scratch. I guess when you got Saudi Arabia money, you can just do whatever you want to do and you can get away with it. That's how it be. So hey, it is what it is. Also too, also too, Becky Lynch. She's gonna be in the Royal Rumble along with the Kabuki Warriors. Mr. Kabuki Warriors didn't forget about Becky Lynch about Survivor Series when she tap out. So I guess all that stuff Becky Lynch was going through stuff like that. All right, we're gonna leave you here on the Raw Ring Report. We'll leave you with Finn Balor. I want to show you Finn Balor. Finn Balor laying out CM Punk the way he did tonight, making an example out of Punk to get his attention. Don't know why he wanted to do that, but he did. He did tonight, laying out CM Punk and interrupting the match against AJ Styles, which could have been an instant classic. We'll get to the latest on the next edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. But beforehand, we want to say we'll see you later. We'll see you tomorrow for the NXT edition here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Uh,